The Democratic Party's current approval rating is 21%, which is only slightly more popular than Kanye's swastika shirts. Maybe that's why, according to a new Gallup poll, 45% of Democrats want the party to move to the center, which is up 11 points from 4 years ago. Now, whenever a political party finds a real star president, the other side always says, well, we have to find our Bill Clinton, our Reagan, our Obama. Well, the Democrats need to find their Trump.
Bill Maher went absolutely nuclear on his show Real Time with Bill Maher and went full MAGA, shocking his audience. He really did go after the Democratic Party and go after Democrats in general here live on Real Time with Bill Maher, and to a point that I never thought I would see from Bill Maher. I don't know if he's going full MAGA all the way or if this was just a one-off case, but regardless, in this instance, he did go full MAGA and his audience was very much shocked at it. Let's get into this clip here where Bill Maher absolutely annihilates the woke left here live on Real Time with Bill Maher.
And finally, new rule to everyone who's been stopping me lately and asking, Bill, if by some weird fluke Stephen A. Smith doesn't run for president, who are we going to get? Well, I'm going to tell you. But first, a word from common sense. The Democratic Party's current approval rating is 21%, which is only slightly more popular than Kanye's swastika shirts. Maybe that's why, according to a new Gallup poll, 45% of Democrats want the party to move to the center, which is up 11 points from 4 years ago. Now, whenever a political party finds a real star president, the other side always says, well, we have to find our Bill Clinton, our Reagan, our Obama. Well, the Democrats need to find their Trump.
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
Not the authoritarian part, but the part where a politician bonds with everyday Americans because he talks like them. And the good news for Democrats is they have that guy, and his name is John Fetterman.
I mean, I do think Bill Maher is correct here in that the Democrats do desperately need a Donald Trump, but let's be real. Bill Maher is one of the only people on the left. You know, I don't even know if the left would consider him on the left anymore. I'm sure they're trying to shun him after this one, but the problem is, for the left, not a problem for me, great for me, but the problem for the left is Bill Maher is going to be one of the only people who are willing to admit this. You know, everybody else is just living in denial and getting more and more woke, getting more and more insane. Whereas there's a few people out there like Bill Maher, Anna Kasparian, Cenk Uygur that are starting to wake up and realize that if they don't make massive changes, they're just going to keep losing. Bill Maher is one of the only people who is willing to admit this. They need a Donald Trump figure. Nobody can bond with their voter base like Donald Trump can bond with his. Bill Maher knows this. And everybody else knows this, right? Internally, they know this, but they're never going to admit it. They're never going to admit it. And if you can't admit it, then you're not going to be able to act on it. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Who do you think could be the left wing's Bill Maher? Or sorry, who do you think could be the left wing's Donald Trump like Bill Maher is talking about? Do you think they have anyone? I don't know.
Actually have a lot in common. They're both plain-spoken anti-elitists who come from money, married exotic immigrant ladies, went to Ivy League schools, and aren't afraid to take on their own party. And when the wind catches Trump's hair just right, they're both 6'8". What is important to them? Authenticity, balls, and charisma. Trump has that package, and so does Fetterman. He's only been a senator 2 years, and he's already more famous than most of his colleagues. Quick, I dare you to name this sad-looking lady from Washington State who's been in the Senate for 30 years.
I can't tell if this is like irony or not, though. Like, do you guys think Fetterman is really that charismatic? I don't think he really is. I think he's well known, he's famous, but is it really for the right reasons? Like, I feel like John Fetterman is famous for wearing shorts and a t-shirt into like the White House and stuff like that. I feel like he's not famous for like doing anything productive, right? I could be completely wrong. Please let me know in the comments. And I understand he's not one of like the craziest wokies out there. I think he's definitely left leaning, but like Bill Maher was talking about what Donald Trump said, he's just kind of he's going more towards the center. I'll say that. He's going away from like the woke left to more towards the center, towards the right a little bit. But he's not super common sense. And I feel like he's not famous for like passing a bill that really helped out Americans or anything like that. He's just famous for being kind of weird, right? He's not super charismatic. I could be wrong, but let me know in the comments.
Going where the American people are on crime and immigration, gosh, it's so crazy it just might work. See, that's how you get these things called votes. And once you do, you can take office. It's more fun to make memes of Trump sucking Elon.
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
Elon's toes, but John Fetterman doesn't play that game. He says, I don't give a fuck. I left all my fucks in my other pants, and I don't wear pants.
Bill, he might have a slight point here with John Fetterman, and something that I really didn't consider too much is in that Donald Trump's not going to be running for the next election, right? So they're really, I don't know who's going to run for the Republicans, but really all the Democrats need is just someone who isn't super woke. Like that's really all they need. Someone who is not insane, and they'll have a good chance at winning. Like if you think about the fact that we were celebrating Donald Trump winning the popular vote so much because it's a sign of a huge cultural shift, it's away from like the insane woke nonsense. It's a shift away from that. And the reason why it's celebrated so much that he won the popular vote is because it doesn't happen much. That means the majority of the country normally doesn't vote Republican, And if the Democrats just have someone like, it could be Fetterman, I don't know. If they just have someone who isn't extremely woke, they might go back to just winning the popular vote again. And obviously that doesn't win them the Electoral College. It doesn't win them the White House necessarily, but it's better than losing it, So he might be onto something. If they just don't nominate someone who is Kamala Harris, someone who's extremely woke, extremely just insane, and they don't nominate someone who is a literal, corpse of a human in Joe Biden, you might have a good chance of winning again, which is a scary thought. It's not something that I want, but it might be the truth.
See, again, like Trump, Fetterman understands the value of having a distinctive look, a brand. Trump, with his... If
you enjoy content like this, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
Yellow top and 4-foot rayon red tie mimics the colors that every fast food franchise, for some reason, it gets people excited. Who knows why it works, but it does. And I think Fetterman's look works for him. It's a look that says, I'm just like you. I've given up.
Bill Maher can be funny sometimes, but I do think it's important. It's a win for us regardless. I know that if the Democrats do listen to his advice, it's not going to be good for us, but it's a win for us regardless if you genuinely just want the country to be a better place and if you're not just extremely tribal where you're just like, no, I don't care how good the Democrats get. I just want the Republicans to win. Obviously, I do too. Like, I don't want the Republicans to lose. But if what we get out of this means that the left does move back towards being somewhat, common sense centered, that's still a massive win. That's still a massive W for us. So it's really huge that Bill Maher is able to call this out and recognize the fact, even though he hates him so much, I know how much hatred Bill Maher has for Donald Trump. He's still able to say, we need a Donald Trump. Our country needs Donald Trump, and our side, our party needs our own version of Donald Trump. That's still a massive win, for the country overall, in my opinion. I could be wrong.
John's the only person in America who goes to CVS for the clothes. When the fashion... when the fashion police see him, they say, we're going to need backup. Fetterman and Trump have in common brain damage. Okay, all right, neurological issues. Trump has the whole malignant narcissism thing that makes it difficult for him to distinguish between reality and whoever's kissing his ass. And Fetterman has had a stroke and been hospitalized for depression and needs a...
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
Special speak and say device to communicate. He's legally a disabled person, which is actually great news for the Democratic ticket because, okay, look, I don't just have the top of the next Democratic ticket. I'm also going to throw in the best bottom the Democrats have, Pete Buttigieg.
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
Well, he's all grown up now. And he, too, seems to be trying to send a message that he wants to join the reality wing of the Democratic Party. A month ago, he stopped posting his pronouns.
You just know that this is tearing a lot of his audience members apart. Like, you could hear like a few laughters come in, but you just know this is eating them apart. Because I'm sure when these people go to Bill Maher's show, they're just expecting it to be like a left-wing slurp fest like it used to be. But lately, Bill Maher has been really going after the woke left, and I mean, this is a great rant, honestly. You know, if you're interested in the country becoming a better place overall, both parties improving, I think this is a good sign. You know, the fact that people like Bill Maher, who are leaders in the Democrat Party, he is a leader in the Democrat Party, no doubt about it. He's calling out that they need their version of Donald Trump. That's a massive win in my eyes. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you guys think about Bill Maher going after and torching the woke left for what it is and saying that they need their own Donald Trump. And what do you guys think about the reaction from the left? What do you think about this whole real time with Bill Maher clip? Let me know in the comments.